Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm Feather. I am a success and wellness coach, and I read tarot to help you in your love and life situations, whatever comes through from spirit. Sometimes my messages tend to be, most times my messages tend to be heavy. I do talk about sex, and I'm very straightforward. So if that's for you, come on and say hello. Like, share, subscribe if you want to. It is the best way to give back to me and my community. And I do love and appreciate each and every one of you showing up. So if you're here during live, thumbs up, live chat button down below. Click it and let's talk about, well, we're going to talk about love. And this message is for those that are dealing with a broken heart right now. So I don't know if maybe you went through a breakup just recently. If you're dealing with some really tough situations right now, I love each and every one of you. You may or may not resonate, and that's okay. If the messages are too emotionally provoking, please go watch something else. Okay, let's do this. Let's drop into the reading screen. And for those out there listening to the podcast, hey, how y'all doing? You never know what you're going to get from me. Just prepare yourself. All right, this one's going to take a little bit of a twisty road. I'm not really sure what Fred, which is what I call spirit, universe spirit, because I am tapped into source. I listen to my guidance. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Okay, so some of you are feeling very lonely right now, going through a breakup. It's never easy, but you are doing your healing. Okay, some of you, this is something you really need to focus on. Where if you're feeling really lonely, the best way to, yes, this is true. This is true for most of you. If you're feeling lonely, a lot of times, if you've gone through a breakup, you're dealing with heartache, when you're focusing more on that loneliness and that lack, you're going to feel more of it. It's harder to get away from. It's harder to get out of. So trying to break free from or healing this repetitive cycle of feeling alone, feeling lost, lonely, and alone, we all get there. Okay, so I'm not judging any one of you. But if you can get to the point where you are feeling like you are never alone. First of all, you're never alone. You have your inner being. You have your spiritual team, your guardians, guides, angels, helpers, healers. You have nature. You have universe. You have friends, family, and fans. Okay? And I'm your number one fan. And I'm going to tell you, I hope I'm your number one fan. And I'm going to tell you that little by little, you can get through this. Don't try and run out of this loneliness, but that is a cycle that needs to kind of close down, because you're taking yourself back into that loneliness. Especially, this is like Five of Cups, where you continue to think about the thing that happened and it continues to pull you down. Okay, that's a specific message right there, and I get it. I understand. So tell us about the situation. Tell us about the situation for my broken-hearted Libras. So this is a cycle that needs to be healed, okay, after the fact, so that you can move forward. So you need to, it's like you need to break this cycle. Yeah. You're not doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself an injustice. Some of you may have gone through or are going through a divorce right now. Okay. So it looks like Libra, Aries, Aquarius, Scorpio strong. I got Five of Cups energy on this. Heavy, brokenhearted. I get it. You're in the energy. But in this reading, universe is telling you, you need to get out of it. It's time to break free from this pattern of loneliness or pulling yourself back into lack mentality. That you're pulling yourself back into heartbreak. Okay, we'll go deeper into it to see if I can give you some more clarity. But it's time for a breakthrough. It's time to break out. It's time for a new journey. It's time to get out. Maybe go on a vacation. Go on some trips. Go see some friends and family. But it's like the worst is already behind you. It's time to break free from this situation. And it's like you keep sending yourself back into this energy of loneliness and heartbreak, because you continue to, I believe, reflect on it. Maybe you're trying to avoid it. Maybe you're trying to run away from it. Maybe you're trying to hide from it, deny it. Maybe you're trying to date, like, you went through a breakup, you're going through a breakup or something like that. You're trying to outrun this heartbreak. No, no, no. So what happens when you try and outrun the heartbreak, or try not to deal with the heaviness of heartbreak or pain in the heart space? You're masking it by trying to act happy, be happy, feel happy, happy-go-lucky. Let's move on to a new relationship. No, you're not doing your healing. You're actually causing yourself more pain or more damage because you're not addressing this. So we need to address it, okay? Because in this energy, if you're refusing to look at what needs to be healed, maybe you don't want to think about the relationship. Maybe you don't want to think about the divorce. Maybe you don't want to think about all the things that this person did to you. Okay? I get it. But if you're saying to yourself, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to, you're basically telling your subconscious to focus on it. I don't want to focus on it. I want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I want to think about all this pain. You're telling your subconscious to think about and focus on the pain. You're attracting it to you. There's my book behind me. Oh, Please Be Your Own Hero. Links in the description if you would like to check it out. It's a self-help, motivational, and inspirational guide. And I teach you how what we do that gets in our way of our manifesting, of living a better life. Okay? If you want to live a better life, it doesn't matter in what regard. We do run from problems. This is running from a problem here. And that takes you into, automatically, you're going to be attracting relationships where people don't want. You're basically going to be attracting situations and experiences and people that bring you to that energy. So you're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel lost. You're going to be back in this energy again because you're trying to avoid it. Don't avoid looking at it. Sometimes most of the time when you say to yourself, look, this freaking hurts and it's painful and I don't like that it fucking happened. I don't like that it happened. I hate that it happened. I hate how I feel. It sucks being lonely. It sucks being alone. It sucks going through a breakup. It sucks going through a divorce. It hurts. It's painful. Own it, accept it. And that's when things can shift for you. It's denying it, hiding it, and repressing it that causes problems. You're like a ticking time bomb. If you repress it and avoid it, it's going to go off. That little time bomb's going to go off at any time when you least expect it, right? You're going to burst out in tears because somebody mentions, a relationship, or you just at any given time. You don't want that to bubble up to the surface. You don't want it to be repressed and hidden. Just own it, accept it, and express it. Sometimes it can be the most freeing, relieving experience when you can say, I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to turn and I'm going to address the things that I haven't wanted to address. I'm going to stop doing wrong by myself by not wanting to. I don't want to cause myself any more pain. No. But I do want to look at what I'm doing to myself. Where have I been? What have I just gone through? What's happening here? And how do I feel about it? Own it, accept it, express it. Okay? That's what I do. I don't give you these happy, fluffy bunny readings unless they're coming through for you. So if you want to do the work, then I'm your person. Okay? So you're holding on to this. You're holding on to this with a passion. You're holding on to this, which is causing problems for you with a passion. It's causing trust issues, self-love issues. And all you have to do is let it go. All you have to do is let it go, and you will feel more free. You will feel happier. You will feel more high vibrational. And this is part of loving yourself. Okay. So you're telling me a story here. So, okay. You went through a breakup. went through a divorce, whatever. You got treated unfairly. All right. We're both there. We talking? Am I getting you? Okay. Heartbreak, loneliness, heartache sucks. Just say that out loud to yourself. This sucks. It hurts. Okay? You're holding on to this with a passion, and this could be somebody you divorced. This could be someone you had children with. This may have been somebody that was married or had children with somebody else. But you were holding on to it with you're so holding on to this. And this is causing you a lot of grief. It's causing issues in your manifesting. You're probably not taking as great a care of yourself as you should. You're not owning the responsibility of the emotions of your emotional happiness here. You're causing yourself some trust issues because you're replaying this kind of stuff in your head. So you're not trusting yourself moving forward. You're not trusting any new manifestations. If any new manifestations or any new relationships or in new conversations with new people were to be coming in, you're blocked. Your heart space is blocked. You're not wanting to accept it. You're not taking control of your natural loving energy, self-love, self-respect, self-worth, self-care. You're not taking care of those by ignoring this, okay? And that is apparent here. You're causing trust issues. You're not really trusting anybody new coming into your life. And some of you may be going through a depression. Some of you may be continually going back to the what happens, the what ifs, the what happened, and the what ifs, and you're just staying in that cycle. And that's not really loving yourself. That's not really feeling very, very loving. Some of you are trying to hold on to this situation that there's no growth. There's no responsibility. You're more alone than anything. You're holding on to this when all you have to do is let go and be happy. Okay. And it's a lot. It sounds really easy when I'm pulling the cards. I'm like, oh, all you got to do is let this go and you'll be happy. There's an energy here that says there's a lot of overwhelm. You're trying too hard to make this work. You're trying too hard to overcome. You're trying too hard to move on after this happened, whatever it is. There's a too hard, too difficult, overwhelmed kind of energy here. When I need you to stop and focus on your own happiness right now. And that's mainly looking at why you're so unhappy. Okay. And owning it, accepting it, and expressing it to yourself, whether in writing, through journaling, or out loud to yourself. In the car on the way home, in the closet at night before bed, in the shower. I don't know where you have some private time, but expressing it. I hate being alone. I hate that this happened. Talk to yourself about how you feel, because in talking to yourself, you're not trying to suppress it or avoid it. You're not trying to run away from it. Face it head on and do right by yourself by looking at it. And once you acknowledge that those feelings are there, and that you feel the way you feel, and what happened, then you can set yourself free to a new energy. Because if you're still holding on to all this frustration and this overwhelm and this emotional pain and these feelings of loneliness and neglect and just whatever it is, it's causing a major imbalance in your vibration, in your energy. And we live in a vibrational reality. So if you're off, trying to start a new life and you're still holding on to the pain of this, really looking at it and getting yourself on a solid base and saying, yep, all of this happened and all of this is how I feel. I'm human. I feel. That's how I feel. I'm human. And there you go. That's how it is. You'll actually start yourself on a new path. Ace of Wands and the Fool. And it'll set you free by really truly looking at and addressing the things that went wrong in the situation. Why are you holding on so tightly to the situation? Why are you holding on so tightly to the energy of the situation that already ended? Really look at it and speak it out loud. Write it all down, because you're basically telling yourself, you know what? I love myself so much, and it may hurt, but I'm going to address it with myself, for myself, and I'm going to, it's a very freeing experience when you can set yourself free, when you can own it, accept it, and express it. You don't got to do it with anybody else. You can do it just by yourself, and it will open up new energy for you. You'll feel a lot better. You will. Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups, going from loneliness over to fulfilled, feeling better, feeling content within yourself. I like that energy. Let's get a new deck out here. Why is this so important for you today? A lot of you may have went through a divorce or a separation, or you dealt with somebody who was divorced or was married. You may have found out that somebody was married, or somebody wasn't interested in whatever it is for you. The Hierophant reverse it can typically mean that we were married going through a divorce, or we're married going through a divorce, or our commitment is no longer a thing, but secretly you're holding on to it. So a commitment ended here. Okay. But you're still holding on to it energetically. And you are holding on to it very tightly. Very, very tightly. So there's a lack of closure here on your part. Let's take a look at the shadow side of this with the moon. You may be afraid to let go of it fully. I don't know. You are afraid to move on. There's a fear here of moving on, possibly because you're afraid of what could happen, or what somebody else could do to you, or getting hurt again. Okay, I get it. You get burned, you're going to protect yourself, right? You get hurt, you're going to want to protect yourself. Okay, but it's actually just owning it and accepting all of it that releases that energy. Because if you're holding on to the fears of moving on, of talking to new people, maybe you're afraid to start new. Those are real fears. You got hurt. Your heart got hurt. You're feeling lonely. You're feeling alone. Okay. But being able to address all of the feelings outwardly, truly to yourself, owning it, accepting it, and expressing it either in written word or out loud to yourself, frees your energy up so beautifully. And it may take some time. You may have to do it every day for a while. You may have to, write about it for a while, but it's owning it and accepting it that gives you that grace, that just gives you that peace and that grace that calms this energy beautifully, so that you're ready for the next steps, so that your confidence you just feel lighter. Your confidence is up. Own your part of the things, and don't be blaming everybody else. But like, I hung out onto this for so long. I really wanted this. I did this, that, and the other. I don't know what happened here, but owning it, understanding it, and releasing it is going to lighten your energy quite a bit, which is going to allow you to have that closure. Okay. So a commitment to someone or whatever did end. And some of you may be talking to this person, some of you are not. But there are some fears here that if you can do this thing, it will help you move forward. Thanks, Fred. Yep. It will help you to release this. A lot of you have had a lot of mental confusion. You've been trapped in your head about this whole thing. You've been holding on to it. Even if it's not trying to hold on to the relationship, it's holding on to the pain of the situation. You understand? The thoughts of the situation. Some of you may have been married. You may have known this person for a long time. Some of you may have, been in this relationship, lived together. Some of you may have children together. Some of you, this person's a part of your life, been a part of your life for quite some time. But it is finally being able to release the mental and emotional confusion that this has been causing you so that you can move on to something long-term, something beautiful. Okay. Finally releasing that mental confusion and mental conflict. And that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Finally releasing it. So this is all the mental confusion, the Eight of Swords that you've been in regards to this. And it's just thinking about it continually after the fact. You've already moved on. You've already went in a different direction from this breakup. But it's just thinking about continually all of the things that happened, how they did you wrong, what happened, all the things that could go wrong, did go wrong, everything that you're holding on to. In order to open up your heart space so that you're ready for a new relationship, a beautiful new relationship with confidence, feeling good about yourself, feeling secure within your cups, what you can offer, what makes you happy, what you want in life, not just with someone else, for yourself. This actually, getting this clarity, it actually helps you to release the emotional connection to it. The emotional wounding, the emotional connection, the mental and emotional confusion that has come along with it, and helps you to stabilize and ground yourself so that you can take better care of yourself and possibly another person down the road, whenever that may happen, whenever you're ready for a new relationship. This looks great. It's releasing all of this mental, it's like you're self-sabotaging yourself because you're thinking of all the things that could go wrong, because they did go wrong at some point with someone, but that doesn't mean that it's going to happen to the next person or with the next person. The next person may not ever do some of the things that this other person did. You know what I'm saying? Or those things may not happen in this new connection between you and this other person. So it's like, it will help you in the long run if you can get a handle on this and address it and release it now. Okay. I hope that this helped in some way, shape, or form. I hope you understand what I'm saying to you. Please like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more of my content. And this one was a good one. You can definitely get a major flip in energy here for yourself and your confidence and feeling sure within yourself. If you address whatever this gaslighting is, this mental confusion, this emotional confusion, it's all up here because you continually overanalyze, reanalyze, and stay stuck in, which causes you to feel lonely. Like, because they did this, don't avoid, don't try and run from it. Really address why you're hurting. And I hope that each and every one of you get to the point where you can own it, accept it, and release it so that you can be in this energy. Release the negativity, release the overwhelm, and get a new beginning here that's going to make you very happy, where you're going to be feeling much better, fulfilling your own cups, going out on new journeys. The energy for new is here. 2 Ace of Wands and the Fool and a 10 of Pentacles. So that's for you long term in your life. Use this as a tool if it ever happens again. But for right now, let's work on it now, because you've been holding on pretty tightly to it. And that's not really making you feel, you're not really very loving and nurturing, and you're not really attracting great relationships to you in this energy, because you really need to address what hurts so bad and where you're at emotionally. Okay? Oh, until next time, y'all. Let me know in the comment section how this resonates. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you get this shift very, very soon. So get writing, get talking to yourself, and it may feel silly, but it works. It works. Journaling is opening up to yourself for yourself, and so is talking to yourself. So however you do it, do it. Like, share, well, if you want to. Like, share, subscribe, join the tribe. I'll see y'all around real soon. Namaste.